Hello everyone. Today I'd like to make a Tai Chi meditation video. I haven't made one of these before, so it'd be fun to share what I do as a meditation practice for Tai Chi. Because it's Tai Chi, we do a little bit of a warm-up, then we'll do hold some postures, and then we do some couple of different standing meditation exercises, and then that's all sort of a way to build up to the seated meditation practice. Okay, so let's get started here. So do regular Tai Chi warm-ups for the most part, feet shoulder width, and start by sinking down, relaxing the shoulders, and then shifting the weight, sinking into the ground, sink to the left, sink to the right. Loosen the shoulders. Keep the body upright. Sink, sink, sink. Bend into one hip joint, bend into the other. Feet flat. Don't push away from the ground, but sink into the ground while you stay upright. You should have the same feeling later when we do seated meditation. Do a little bit wider and shift the weight. Sink down. Relax. Let's do 5 more of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now step forward with one foot. Go into a front stance, bend that front knee, bend the back knee, and then lift the opposite hand, push forward with that opposite hand. Try to sit into both legs, bending the back knee. Most of the weight is on the front leg. And let's try to hold this posture for about 2 minutes. Sinking down, breathing, relaxing. Okay, 2 minutes. And go. Relaxing the shoulders. Sinking the breath. Long breaths. You feel yourself start to want to come up, try to relax more, right? Relax, sink down more. Don't fight the ground, just relax more into the posture. Most of the weight on that front leg. Sink, soften. Sink the elbows, sink the shoulders. Keep your breathing low in your stomach. Chest shouldn't move. Relax, relax the hands, relax the fingers. Keep sinking down. Okay, good. You come up. You can shake out a little bit. Then we're going to try the other side. So again, we're going to do 2 minutes. Step forward with the other leg. Back foot's about 45 degrees. Again, bend that back knee, keep your body upright. Sink down on the front leg. And then you hold up the opposite hand about shoulder height. So 2 minutes. Again, keep trying to sink down. Keep the body upright. Focus on your breathing, keeping it low, sinking everything down. Keep sinking. In general, I try to look out toward the direction of my hand. Okay, don't close your eyes yet. Relax the shoulder, relax the elbow, sink down, stay upright. Loosen the hips a little bit. You don't want tight hips, you want to be relaxed. Sinking like you could move if you wanted to. Okay, come up. And again, you can shake out a little bit. Now we should be starting to get pretty warm. Okay, this time we'll do our double weighted standing post exercise. So here we do the feet shoulder width. Okay, it's not going to be as low, not quite as strenuous. Okay, so this time just stay upright. Okay, bend both knees and both hips slightly. Okay, and now you're going to lift both arms about chest height, palms in front of the chest. Okay, holding them round, not too high. Keep the shoulders low, elbows sinking down, fingers facing each other like this. Okay, okay, and let's try to hold this posture for 2 minutes. Again, always trying to sink into the hips. Okay, relaxing so the spine, you don't want to be upright like this, but sit, relax, straight down. Okay. All right, so let's do 2 minutes. Sink, relax, just look forward. Keep the elbows and shoulders sinking. Bend into the hip joints. Don't push away from the ground, but sink. All the joints bent, soft. Okay, good. Come up. Okay, so now we've done a little bit of exercise. Legs are nice and warm. Blood is flowing. Now is a good time to do seated meditation when we're fairly loose. And it's easier to get into the seated posture. So let's do that. My pillow here. I will So here we'll go like this. So for me, I sit on the pillow and I bring one foot underneath. This is a Burmese posture, it's called. Okay, so I want the top of the foot close to my center, the heel up. Okay, and my top of my foot here is going to go on the ground. Other foot comes in, same thing, also on the ground. Okay, so I try to get my knees, you can see here. Okay, try to form a tripod. And both knees down, like so. And I don't want to sit back like this, so it feels like my knees are floating up. But I want to shift a little forward so that my knees, my legs take some of my body weight. Okay, and then when you're here, try to get into the right posture so you can feel yourself a little bit forward. Okay, and your knees, your legs help you stay balanced, right? Okay, very much like Tai Chi, standing postures, we use our legs to keep our balance. Okay, so same thing here. You don't want to just balance yourself on your sit bones, but use your legs. And then once you form this stable base, this root of your seated posture, then you want to try to keep your upper body upright but relaxed. Okay, so if you get into the right spot, my legs are stable. Now I feel like, okay, my shoulders are loose and my head is loose, neck is loose. Okay, I feel like this is just sinking down. My spine is fairly relaxed. Okay, it's my lower body that takes the weight. Okay, so I'm not tight like this. Okay, the other reason I move forward, okay, is to help me breathe through the belly. Okay, the dantian, as we say in Tai Chi, rather than the chest. So if I start to sit back, then when I breathe in, I'm sort of pushing against my rib cage, and the weight of my upper body tends to inhibit my breathing. Okay, and you start to move up and down like this. So you sit forward. When you breathe through your belly, it doesn't press against your chest. Okay, so you can practice this a few times. Just breathe without moving your chest. So breathe in, breathe out. Okay, so in, no chest movement, and out. Okay, in, out. Okay, so practice a few times, just taking natural breaths. Okay, and your stopping point is when you feel like your chest is about to go up. Don't go any farther. You can let your belly expand as much as it can, but not to the point where you're moving your spine. Okay, the spine should stay in the same position. Let your abdomen do the work. Okay, for the breathing. Okay, good. Now for the hands, different ways you can do the hands. Some people put them palms on knees like this. Some people put them up like so. Sometimes you can fold them into your shirt like so. You're sort of cradled like this. Okay, some people do that if they're wearing like a sweater or robe or something like that. Then I tend to do it like this, so my arms are cradled. Or you can just relax them all the way down onto your feet and put one hand in the other. All right. Now let's just take let's do 3 big breaths before we start our breath control meditation practice. So from here, just do 1 breath. So big inhale, no chest movement, and then exhale. And repeat. Inhale, exhale, exhale long, slow, and then pause before you inhale again. So inhale, hold it at the top, and then let it go, exhale, and hold it at the bottom. Okay, good. Okay, and then relax, go back to breathing naturally for a little bit. So when we do our practice, we're going to do 2-minute bouts like we did with the standing. But this time, we're going to try to notice the urge to breathe. So rather than breathing in a habitual way, okay, we're going to breathe through our belly, then exhale all the way. And then at the bottom, in other words, when we've completed our exhale, we're not going to breathe in again until we feel an urge to breathe. Okay, so we're not in a pattern, but we're trying to exhale and then notice when our body says it's time to breathe again. And if you do this right, then the more relaxed you are in the posture, the slower your breathing will get, the slower your heart rate might get, and you'll be able to hear your heart rate and be able to be more in touch with your body and more relaxed. Okay, so we'll try that for 2 minutes. Okay, so 2 minutes, I want you to, after the exhale, just don't breathe in again. Try to count to maybe 10 or 15, 20. If you can get up to that, if you can hear your heart rate, try to count somewhere between 10 and 20 beats before taking an inhale. Now don't strain yourself. Obviously, if you have a strong urge to breathe, then you just inhale and let it out again all the way. And then once you're at the end, then start counting before you inhale. Okay? So it's very much a breath control practice. Okay, so let's try breathing in that way for 2 minutes. Okay, and you close your eyes. And ready, begin. Okay, very relaxing. So, the interesting thing about doing this practice is that when you exhale all the way, you feel really still and you can notice what your body is doing. Most of the time when we're breathing, our body's moving and adjusting all the time. But when we let that air out and we stop for a second, then it's easier for us to notice where we're tense, where we're misaligned. And then also for me, I notice it's usually that first breath, first time I'm holding, I can hold the longest, right? So it's a good time to adjust your posture for future practices. And another thing for me is I tend to inhale through the nose and then exhale through the mouth doing this. But I suppose whatever you feel most comfortable doing. Okay, so take a few normal breaths. Let's do 3 normal breaths. So inhale, exhale, and inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Okay, so now let's try another 2 minutes. Again, just counting the number of heartbeats or number of seconds after your inhale and before after your exhale and before your inhale. Okay, don't try to get too tense and hold for a long time. There's no ego. We're just sort of counting and waiting and listening. And while you're in that state, try to relax even more. Okay, if you start to get tense, then it's missing the point. So just go ahead and take the inhale. Okay? All right, so here we go. Another 2 minutes. And begin. Okay, that's relaxing. Now, one thing to note about breath-controlled meditation is that when our muscles are active, they create CO2, carbon dioxide. So when we exercise a lot, we create carbon dioxide. And some research suggests that just having high levels of carbon dioxide forces your body to adapt, and that can be a lot of the reasons for the benefits of exercise. Well, when we do meditation, and we do breath controlled meditation, we're also building up CO2 levels. And why meditation can be so relaxing, this type of meditation can be so relaxing, is that we aren't giving ourselves as much oxygen. When there's a lot of oxygen in the blood, then your muscles want to use it. So there's a tendency for them to work harder. When there's not, then they tend to relax and become more efficient. So just breathing slow can have a lot of calming effect on your body, and can also be good for circulation. Carbon dioxide tends to dilate blood vessels and lower blood pressure, and have all sorts of good benefits like that. Okay? All right, so take a few normal breaths again. So inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, so we're going to do 2 more minutes of this. It'll be the last time. And each time you're at the bottom, really try to relax. Okay, let go. Hold a little bit longer. Okay, until you actually feel a physical urge to breathe. Okay, not just some mental thing where you want to like, oh, it's time to breathe now, but when you feel like your body pushing you to breathe, when you feel that, just let yourself breathe. Okay, but not before that. Okay, all right. And again, relax. The more you can relax your muscles, the less oxygen they will need, and so you won't have that strong urge to breathe. Okay, so here we go. 2 more minutes, and begin. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this Tai Chi meditation practice and that you're feeling much more relaxed and calm and focused for the rest of your day. All right.